Hey everybody, this is Noomsy. Welcome back to my channel. Today on the aisle, we're going to be trying the Allosaurus. I have never played the Allosaurus before. I've seen people play it. They say they like it. I tried it out and I don't really care for it, and I'm going to tell you exactly why that is. I have tried pretty much every dino except for a couple here and there, and I've enjoyed playing most of them. But I have never been so disappointed in any dino as much as I am the Allosaurus. Look, ever since the Prime system came out, I get it. You don't have to get Prime. It's not a requirement to play the game, but I like to get Prime. And when I try a new dinosaur, I want to get Prime because it's a challenge and it makes the game more fun. But with the Allosaurus, looking at the screen here, you can kind of see the problem, and I'm sure a lot of you have run across this yourselves. So if you look at the bite force, the speed, and the weight of the dino, 48 kilograms for the weight, max speed is 25.1, and the bite force, it's only 5.25. Now, of course, the Rex, if you look at the Rex here, the bite force is lower at 4.2. But then if you look at the Raptor, which I like playing, look at the bite force on this one. No, it's not necessarily about the bite force. That's not the issue. The issue is going back to the Prime system. One of the major components of becoming Prime, well, just one of the components, is not losing your diets and becoming infertile. Now, we'll start with the Raptor here. Look at the Raptor. Look at the diet for a Raptor. You've got a diet, which is boar, stego, herrera, pachy, serrato. No, you're not killing any of those unless you find a dead animal somewhere or some organs, but that's more than likely not going to happen. Then you got your B diet. You got a Carno, Diablo, Trudon, deer. None of those you're going to be able to kill. But then you have a rabbit. You can kill a rabbit with a bite force of 1 eventually, and it's not going to be that hard to do. Now, they're fast, but the baby raptor is somewhat fast, 25.5 kilometers an hour. But the only thing is, with the raptor, you have the option of catching a rabbit and killing it. And then if we move down to the bottom of the list so we can see the Y food, I mean, you get a Dryo, a Taco, a Galley, and a Maya. Of course, you're not going to kill... I don't think you're going to find a Dryo. A Taco, you can find those. You're not going to kill a Galley or a Maya, so you still have an option for the Y food. So you got B and Y you could possibly get. The Tacos are easy to kill. You just got to find them. If you're down in the pit, they're all over the place. They're also scattered around the map, but there's still more options. And now if we go back to the Rex, you have the option of killing a crab for your A diet, and for your B diet, you have chickens and rabbits, which you can kill easily with a baby Rex. So the problem with an Allo is, look at the diet. You have a stego, a tenno, a boar, Diablo, triceratops, deer, Dryo. You're never going to find a Dryo. I think I've seen a Dryo once in this game outside of Legacy. And then a Maya and a goat. What are you going to kill with a baby Allo on that list that's not going to turn around and kick your ass? Okay, so the only place to really find goats, which is the only thing on that list I could kill at this point. It might take a while, but goats don't fight back. So if I wanted to kill a goat, I'm all the way down here in the pit. This is where I started out, okay? The goats, I mean, there's some goats around here maybe, but I don't think I've ever found one. The best place to find goats is all the way up here by Highland Lake. Now, there might be a couple spots, other places. I don't see any really, but down here in the pit, all the way in this area, there are no goats. No goats. And that is the only dino that I'm going to be able to take out with an Allo my size when you start out as a baby, even if you grow up a little bit. So, maybe up here, but with the diet going down as fast as it does, I'm not going to make it all the way up to this place to find a goat. So, there goes that diet. Now, if you haven't played an Allo before, I'm going to show you how frustrating it is to try to catch a deer with an Allo this size. I did hit a deer previously. It hit me back. That's why my screen's red and I was bleeding. But the thing with the deer is, he didn't just hit me and leave me alone. This deer that I hit earlier chased me. And he chased me for so far and for so long, I almost died. I almost bled out. I had to get so far away from this deer that it got out of render distance just to get away from it. So the deer will turn on you and chase you. Now, you can see I'm on top of this deer here, and I'm trying to kill it. I'm chasing it. And I'm going to speed this up so that you can see how long it took me to not even catch the damn thing. Alright, so by this time my stamina is almost completely gone. And of course, there he goes. He hit me again. So now I'm bleeding, I'm wounded, and I have to cut off the chase. No stamina. And if you run with wounds, you're just hurting yourself. You'll end up dying. So there's no way I was going to catch this deer. Now, I know people are like, well, if you were just better at pouncing on him, you probably could have killed it. No, I couldn't have. I didn't realize this at the time, but let me show you why now I know that it doesn't matter how many times I pounced on this deer, I wasn't going to be able to kill it. Okay, this is me when I got past Highland Lake. I got my goat. I've worked on my diet. I'll tell you how I got my diet earlier toward the end of the video here, but I am quite obviously I'm stronger here. My bite force is 17.4, my max speed is 40.2, and my weight is now up 446 kilograms. So I'm quite a bit stronger, I'm faster. But let me show you what happens when I pin a boar. I know it's not a deer, it's a boar, it's a little bit harder to kill, but I want you to pay attention to my stamina during this whole thing. Now I know my stamina is not completely full, but it's pretty far up there, but I want you to pay attention to the stamina when I start killing this thing. And I'm going to go ahead and speed this up so you don't have to sit through this entire process. Now again, I know this isn't a deer. Deers are a little bit easier to kill, but still, an entire stamina bar just to kill a boar with quite a bit more bite force and weight. So it makes no sense. Okay, well, that's the Allo. I did get Prime on this one, but it's only because I was a raptor previously, and you can store your dinos on this server. And I stored my raptor and came back as an Allo to try it. And it did spawn me in the same area where I had killed some boars and deer, so that's the only reason I got Prime. I don't really care for it. It's not a bad dino, it's kind of fun. I haven't tried it against other people. I don't really want to, I'm not a PvP player, but I wish they would increase the variety of food that we can use for our diets, because I like to get Prime. Some people don't care, I do, I like it. But that's it, guys. It's not a bad dino, it's just not for me. But I appreciate you guys watching. I'm sure I did some stuff wrong. This is my first time playing the Allo. If you guys have any pointers, any tips, tell me what I did wrong. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Let me know in the comments. I appreciate you guys stopping by and checking this video out. Please like and subscribe, and I hope you come back to see some more.